Okay, so let's get started on the video. We'll start with New Zealand dollar, US dollar. The ones I have here in orange is the ones I'll go through. That's just because they are the ones that are actually setting up. The rest for me are just ranging, and there's not a whole lot going on. Okay, so New Zealand dollar, US dollar. We'll start off with a ranging one because we're not really, moving anywhere. But, I wanted to talk about this one because there's a really nice opportunity to look for trades to break out to the top. Okay, so if I see price break to the top on the 4 hour. So if you guys don't know me, I trade the 4 hour and the 1 hour, and the 4 hour is to see the structure of this market. Okay, so pardon me, if I see this break and close above the level, okay, I can start looking at potential reversal setups. We've got a trend line break. We've got price failing to make new lows, creating a nice double bottom. And then if I see a nice big bullish momentum candle close above this level, okay, we'd be creating a new higher high. Okay, and then we have that shift in the market. Okay, so if I see that happen, I can flip to my entry time frame, which is on the 1 hour. And then I can combine that information I just got from the 4 hour, look for price to push back to this level, and then continue bullish. Okay, in terms of entry criteria for me, I need to see some weak rejections down in this area, and I need to see a nice engulfing candle to enter on. If I see both of those, I'll definitely start looking at potential buying opportunities with my stop loss below those lows and taking out a 1 to 3. Okay, the reason I go for 1 to 3 is just because I tested it a lot, my strategy, and that worked best for me. Okay, let's continue with New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc. Okay, so instantly we can start seeing here with the 4 hour that we've broken and closed above a level which in the past price has failed to break above multiple times. Okay, so this is obviously a very key level in the market. Okay, so when we start looking at the 4H and we see that we've got a massive bullish close above that level, okay, we're making a new higher high. Okay, and then we can start seeing the next 4H has wicked down. Okay, so we can start flipping to the 1 hour, get rid of that, and start looking for entries. Now, obviously, if we look at this, it's an absolute mess. Okay, and I was just talking to some guys on my live stream before, but in terms of entries for this, we've got the 4H information that this is bullish. So my plan from here is just to wait for price to push bullish a bit more, come back to this level, and then show that entry. Okay, that way we're creating a little double top sort of structure here. We're creating this continued higher low pattern. And given we see, again, some weak rejections form down here and a nice engulfing candle to enter on, we've got the structure of the market, creating that new high, creating some confluence. We've definitely got the trend in our favor. Then we flip to the 1 hour. We see weak rejections, engulfing candles, patterns. It shows the buyers are in control and that price is most likely just going to reject this level, continue bullish, and create some new highs.
This week only, you can get a copy of the Edge Finder for 40% off using code A1YT. Check out the link in the description for more details.
Let's continue on to some other pairs. GBP AUD again is ranging, okay, but again I wanted to talk about this one because it's a really nice potential setup. Okay, so looks like we might just get a break above this level, and then if that happens on the 4 hour, break and close above that level, come back, and then continue bullish from there. Okay, you guys know how I enter, so important to wait to see if this bullish candle can break and close above this key level, which again, we know it's a key level because in the past, the market has failed to break above this level multiple times. Okay, GBP NZD I wanted to talk about as well because we're seeing some divergence here. So usually Aussie dollar and New Zealand dollar tend to move the same way just because they have a very similar economy and a lot of their trade is linked and whatever. So they tend to, follow each other. But if we look over here, we can look at New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, and we can start seeing bullish behavior from New Zealand dollar because we've got the 4H breaking and closing, creating a new high. If we look at Aussie dollar, it's not the same. Okay, Then we look at GBPAUD. In this scenario, we're ranging, okay, but then we look at GBPNZD, and in this scenario, we've broken below a key level, okay, so we can clearly start to see New Zealand dollar is showing signs of strength, okay. So in terms of my plan for this setup, this is again a reversal setup where price has failed to make new highs, created a little double bottom, and then broken below the previous high-low structure right there. Pardon, that's wrong, somewhere around there. So as soon as I see this 4-hour break and close below that, okay, I can flip to my entry time frame and start looking for potential entries. Okay, so this is something I talked about yesterday about higher time frame bias. So if we look at this, it's an absolute mess. Okay, but then, you know, when I flip to the 4-hour, it's all very clear. Okay, we can see that that noise on the 1H is just this wick forming. Okay, so the reason I don't include that is because I see wicks as price rejecting a level. Okay, so this is the level, this is price rejecting that level. So I'm not going to include that into my levels. Obviously, you don't have to do the same, but that's just how I see it. It makes it very clear for me where the levels are, and just makes trading a bit easier. Okay, so in terms of entries, from here on, I'm happy just to hopefully see price create some weak rejections, and push down, creating some bearish pressure on this level. Hopefully then after that, we can see a nice engulfing candle, nice full bearish close, and then we can start looking at entries. Let's say the wicks push up somewhere around here, and we can set our stop safely above that level, not getting greedy, and I target the 1 to 3. Okay, so this is setting up really nicely, but it all depends on whether we get this 1H rejection, okay, because we have the 4H structure, but we don't quite have the 1 hour yet. Okay, sorry, my Siri is just going off. Okay, GBPCAD, this is just ranging, but again, I wanted to talk about it because it's a really nice reversal setup potentially. So if we see price break and close above this level, that's something I'd want to be looking at. We can already see if that happens, we have a trend break over here. We've got a nice double bottom forming somewhere around here, and yeah, it looks really nice. If we create a new higher high, we can start seeing some bullish sentiment in this market. Okay, hopefully we can see something like that come off. GBP Swiss franc, again, we're in a ranging market, but I really liked, you know, the sort of setup that this is presenting, a really clean consolidation, and we can look at price to create that same thing. Okay, but with all of these, remember, it's very important for me to wait for, first of all, the 4-hour to break and close. Okay, so I don't just want to see it push up, I want to see it close, and then I want to see those 1H rejections, which is wicks, patterns like double bottoms, double tops, and I have to enter with an engulfing candle. Okay, just simple how I trade. Okay, USD CAD is the trade I entered, which I talked about at the start. So yeah, hopefully we can see this continue bullish. I still like this structure, a very simple reversal setup. So hopefully we can see that happening, just to break above that previous high low. Okay, Euro AUD, if we look at this, we can start seeing Aussie dollar weakness. Okay, so super nice level we got going on here, and then price breaks and closes above this level. Okay, so from this, I can start gathering that this market's broken out, it's created a new high. We can start looking at buys. Okay, then I flip to the 1 hour, and as you guys can see, I didn't enter just because we didn't meet my entry criteria. Okay, so if we look at this, we can not really see any weak rejections, and also we don't have an engulfing candle. Okay, so my plan from here is, again, just wait for price to come back, create some more wicks, and then push bullish, pardon me, to create a double bottom. Okay, so want to see some wick rejections. If that happens, engulfing candle, and the trade might look something like this with an entry above those candles, and stop below the levels. Okay, very simple, higher high, higher low structure. But again, it's this 4 hour that gives me the information that this market is potentially pushing bullish. Okay, then I combine the 1 hour, double bottom, weak rejections, engulfing candle. Okay, be patient, don't rush into it. Okay, Euro NZD, again, we can start seeing New Zealand dollar strength. Okay, so what we can see here is that price is, I wouldn't say it's broken the trend, but for me, as soon as I start seeing price break and close above the previous higher low structure, which is this right here, okay, I start seeing bearish behavior, bearish momentum. Okay, we have a nice big bearish push, break and close below that level. Then we flip to the 1 hour, and again, it's not very clean. Okay, so I don't think this setup will come off, but let's say the 1H pushes down further, comes back, weak rejection, engulfing candle, entry somewhere along those lines, stop loss above the wicks, 1 to 3. Okay, simple reversal structure, similar to this USD CAD trade I took, but in the opposite direction. Okay, EURJPY. So I was talking again about this on the live stream with Japanese yen pairs all across the board presenting, bearish behavior. So we can start gathering that the Japanese yen is obviously showing some signs of strength. Again, nice little reversal setup. We got double top and then price breaking below the previous high-low structure right here. And we come back, something like that. Okay, so this is what I sort of want to see. I want to see this lower low being made. Then I want to see lower high for this downtrend to continue and create that new low. Okay, and then obviously this is where we want to profit. Okay, so if we look at this on the 1 hour, Siri, shush. If we look at this on the 1 hour, in terms of entries, obviously, okay, so this is something I want to talk about again. And I want to see, why is my thing tripping out? Okay, so I want to see price, first of all, push back to this key level, create some really nice wick rejections, engulfing candle, enter somewhere below there, and a 1 to 3. Okay, if price, pushes back but doesn't quite present a good entry, we can just wait for a double top to be created and the exact same thing. Okay, very simple system, just to be patient. Okay, the rest of these are pretty much ranging, so I'm just going to wait for it break out of these levels. EURCAD, hopefully we can start seeing CAD pairs push bullish, so this one can go, but it looks like we might start seeing a reversal here. If we look at this, we can start seeing trend breaks, then we can start seeing price breaking above, creating new highs. If we look at the 1 hour, really nice sort of, weak rejections being formed here. But for me, I need to wait for a double bottom to enter this, just because, again, we have this sort of like counter trend being formed here. Okay, so we're making lower lows and lower highs. So even though I've got these really nice weak rejections, I need to wait for a double bottom to see this counter trend ending and the bullish behavior flipping back in. Okay, so that way the 4H is bullish and the 1H is bullish. Okay, so waiting for a nice little double bottom, couple of wick rejections on that second touch, stop loss below these lows, and then enter for that 1 to 3. Okay, so even though this looks really, really nice, I need to, wait for this trend to end. Okay, so that's all the pairs I'm looking at for the next days or hours. If you guys are new to these videos, my name is Eustace. I'm known as the Freshman Trader. And yeah, I just come on here, do some analysis, look at some of the Forex pairs that I might be looking to take some trades on in the next couple of hours or couple of days. I'll look at some key levels, that if they're broken or if they come back to, maybe, we could start looking at some trade ideas. But, as always, don't just blindly, sort of follow these trades. Take bits and bobs from it. Try and implement into your own strategy. Learn, look at some ideas. And always remember to trade at your own risk. Okay, if you guys haven't already subscribed to A1 Trading, I'd highly suggest it. It's completely free for you guys. and I can promise you guys will learn a lot. They post really good content all for free. So yeah, like and subscribe the video. It's a great way to support them at no cost to you, and in fact it's of benefit to you because you'll learn a lot.
Interested in seeing our trades live as they happen? By joining the A1 Trading Discord, you'll get a notification every time one of our traders enters a position. Each trade we share comes with an entry price, a stop loss, and most importantly, a full breakdown of why the trade was taken. Learn alongside our experienced traders, join our active chat room, and ask your questions in our coaching webinars. Between our team of active traders, we trade Forex pairs, commodities like gold and oil, crypto, and stocks. By joining the group, you'll be able to keep up with all of it. Sign up today using the link in the description, and don't forget to use our promo code listed below for a special subscriber discount. Thanks for watching, and see you inside.